Ben, this was a tough shoot, wasn't it?
Yes, it was grueling, to say the least.
Um, they say, don't make movies in water and with kids.
With children and with animals, and we've done 2 out of the 3. And 3 out of the 3 if you imagine how childish I can be.
What was it like? Did you learn to sail, or what was?
Well, because safety was so important, and also I enjoy learning a new skill. That's part of the fun of making movies. We went to Nantucket, we went to Mystic, we had whale training, we learned how to harpoon them, we learned how to sail the ship, and those kinds of tools just make your job easier and easier. And it's also part of the fun.
You also shot in Spain, right?
Sure. We shot down in the Canaries, and it was, that was the most grueling part. Beautiful, but grueling.
Why was it grueling?
Because you're 16 hours out in these little tiny whale boats, and you're at the mercy of the weather and the mercy of your blood sugar. And as beautiful as it is, when it starts raining and you've got, 6-foot swells, it's not fun.
What did you think of Spain otherwise, or the Spaniards?
They're, very funny people, which is important. I do a lot of stand-up comedy, and I love different senses of humor all over the world, and I like the Spanish sensibility of humor. And I wish I'd seen more of it than the ocean. I'll say that.
This is a story about survival and also about humanity, and can you talk a little about it?
Sure. It is. It's one of those old epic movies that studios are scared to make these days because it's maybe not as big a brand as something else. And but what's still compelling about it, what keeps bringing people back to stories like this, is that it's about the human condition and an entertaining and gentle reminder of how much we need each other and how much in times of crisis, if we separate, we don't survive, but if we band together, we can make it.
Imagine yourself in a situation like that. Do you think how would you handle? Do you think you could?
Do you think I'd make it?
Do you think you could rise up to it?
I think everyone imagines that they will. I think what's important, and probably what sustained these men, and what I like to imagine would sustain me, was the people that I love that are back home. That idea that I have to get back to these people. So yeah, I think I'd make it. But who knows? I mean, there are a lot of people that had the same feeling that didn't. So I think you only know when you're in that circumstance.
It's interesting that the whole economy relied on whale oil.
Yeah, it's wild to think about.
So how much decimation of whales occurred in the 19th century to fuel these homes?
It was an infinite heinous crime that we committed against nature. And that's also something I like about the movie, is that it illuminates this aspect of our lives that we've benefited from because we're here now. It fueled the Industrial Revolution. It lit our streets. It lit our homes. But what's great about it is it begs the question, now what? In what other ways are we doing this to the earth? We can easily look at the harvesting of spermaceti oil and go, that's horrible. But what are we still doing now that's just as heinous? And I think that's an important question to ask, and a question that the movie raises.
And what do you think it is that is so heinous that we're still doing?
I think we waste a lot of food. I think how we're fracking for oil is dangerous. You look at something like the BP oil spill and it becomes very clear. Is it worth it?
You mean environmental damage?
Of course. We've got to take care of our home.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.